All right, everybody, it's GregOnTesla. So I'm going to show you how to install this. Basically, you got to take that top part, see how there's a hole there now, and it's actually this, and just a little rubberized thing. You get a screwdriver under the top and pry it right off. So what's going to happen is the wires are going to go through this top part. Those wires, they're not live, otherwise I'd be electrocuted like crazy town. I made sure the circuit breaker was off. Always consult an electrician, as you saw in my other videos. So definitely make sure you have an electrician helping you with it. I have mine, so he doesn't want to be on video. Anyway, what's going to happen is they go through the top of this hole, and then there's this that little collar thing screws on the top and will screw on this, and it basically holds it up. And then I'm going to screw this against the wall. So I'm going to put that together. I can't do it with 2 hands here. I'm going to put that together, and then you'll see exactly what that looks like before I screw the wires down to this bottom part, okay? All right, so now you see all I've done is I've put this on here, and in here, if I unscrew, but basically you just want to you want to screw it tight. And now this whole thing is firmly attached to this conduit, and this conduit is firmly attached to joists and all sorts of stuff, right? So, and you want to use conduit for safety. There's a lot of places that you don't need it, but heck, you don't want to be drilling through the back of a wall and accidentally drill into wires, because you know, that ends up for being a bad day. So now what I'm going to do, you can see I pre-drilled holes here. So there's a hole there, and there's another one down there. So I'm just going to put some screws in there, and then we'll see what it looks like. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach these cables, right? So 2 of them are my live ones, for better lack of a word. The last one is a grounding cable, and you can. Oh, it's hard to tell with a shadow. That shadow is not helping here. These say on it G and D for ground, and then L1, L2. So my L1, L2, these 2 for me are interchangeable, so it doesn't matter for me. For the green one, green is ground, right? That has to go in the G and D, ground. So that you're gonna see in the next video. I'll have screws in here, and then I'll attach the wires. All right, one more key point. I've got the cables in. In order to get them in, right, you have to unscrew these so they're screwed out. Notice how these down here are screwed all the way in, and notice how I screwed that one all the way in. It's kind of hard to tell, but they're deeply in there. So do this by hand. Don't do it with a screwdriver, or don't do it with a power drill, because the last thing you want to do is rip these out or damage them in any way. You want that nice and tight, and the reason you want it tight is because the last thing you need is 50 amps of a wire hangling all loosey-goosey behind your wall charger, because that's how bad things happen. All right, so that's in there. Okay, let me get the next part set up, and I'll show you what we're gonna do.